Hi there, I'm Sheelagh Maria and I am a psychic medium and I specialise in developing light workers and empaths. It's wonderful to be with you. Today's video is called Are You a Psychic Seer? So one of the biggest questions that I hear is, I don't believe I'm psychic enough. How can I develop my psychic abilities? And very often when I'm working with people that are very talented angelic workers or very talented healers, they fall short of where they believe they should be when it comes to their predictive ability. And I really wanted to give you some information about how important it is to understand your natural abilities and to work with those rather than to work against them. So first of all, I am categorizing psychic abilities into three camps for the purposes of this video. The first camp is what we call psychic seeing. And psychic seeing is where you are predominantly getting precognitive dreams, psychic flashes that are very, very clear, and also psychic impressions that are later proved to be correct. Now, very often people want this ability but can't seem to develop it in the way that they feel that they should. And very often this can lead to feeling as though you're not good enough or that you're not psychic. And that's not true. But what you need to understand is that the people that have these very, very strong psychic receptors in that way are predominantly earthly souls that are picking up from the actual physical earth and the astral realms that surround the immediate physical earth. But when it actually comes to looking further afield than a few months, or when it comes to actually looking at bigger picture, or even connecting with loved ones, very often the individual is unable to do that consistently because their skill is picking up energy from the earthly astral realms. So then the next type of spiritual ability we have is called psychic sensing. Now, this is where your strongest ability is either clairsentience, which is clear feeling, or claircognizance, which is clear knowing. And what I want you to understand is that your clairs are simply how you perceive the energy in the first and second instance. So when psychic energy comes into our aura, you are either going to feel it or you are going to know that it's there. So once you feel or know that it's there, the energy is then going to be interpreted by you either through your third eye or through your ears, which is called clear seeing and clear hearing. And this is actually my skill set. And all this means is that you've actually got a really amazing ability to be able to connect with either human souls that come into your aura, angels that come into your aura, spirit guides that come into your aura, ascended masters that come into your aura, or light beings that come into your aura. So all this means is that with psychic sensing, you feel the energy first, or you know what the energy is, then you see it, then you hear it. And if at this point you are only feeling the energy and you are not yet seeing it or hearing it, that is just a matter of development, practice, and confidence. And very, very often, the best mediums and the best, evidential mediums are those that feel the energy first and then go on to hear the spirit or the spirit guide, or go on to see and hear the spirit or the spirit guide. But the important thing is not to be put off, because in the beginning you're not seeing or you're not hearing, you're either knowing or you're feeling. Please don't be put off, because it is easily developed over time. The third type of spiritual gift is called spiritual seering. Not spiritual seeing, but spiritual seering. And this is an ability that can show itself as an ability to get a higher vantage point of any situation. You may be somebody that you work naturally as your higher self. You may work naturally with what we call the ascended energies. So these are the angels and spirit guides and also ascended masters. But what you're doing is you're connecting with a level of energy that is outside of the human sphere of understanding. And so this ability that you've got is going to work best when you are conveying not proof, but you are conveying perspective. So spiritual seering is a mixture of being a really good interpreter of high dimensional energy and having the capacity to pass on the messages that you're getting, which have to do with the reason why something is happening and what the soul lessons are contained within that. So it's really about working at the level of life purpose rather than the level of spirit communication or the level of life events. So when you understand whether you are predominantly somebody that is psychic, somebody that has psychic sensing capabilities, or whether it's more to do with the bigger picture, then you can step forward and start to develop your abilities much, much more. And this is what I want you to know. There is no end to how psychic you can be. There is no end to how spiritually gifted you can be. The only thing that stops you from developing psychically is you and perhaps your fear of failure, your fear of getting it wrong, or the fact that you get fed up because you don't feel that you're getting enough. I have personally been developing now for 17 years, and I still have 2 mentors a year that I work with regardless, because I know that the more that I grow as a medium, but also as Sheelagh the woman, the more that I am able to help you. If you need any help with your soul growth, with understanding why your life is the way that it is, perhaps you've hit a brick wall when it comes to understanding what your purpose is, then reach out to me, because soul purpose, spiritual development, and helping you to discover your next steps are the 3 things that myself and my guides specialise in. And you can find out more details about all the amazing offerings that I have over at www.sheelaghmaria.com/my services. Lots of love and goodbye for now.